Video games, are they a boon or a bane? Well, this is one debate that has raged on for decades, with developers advocating the benefits and most parents doing their best to debunk them. Like most, you two are probably stuck at one polar end of the answer, either being firmly in support of the benefits of gaming or ready with a long list of negatives. Today we have for you some amazing facts by researchers that prove that video game is actually good for you. This will help in debunking common myths associated with gaming. Here's a little tip. You might want to share this link with your parents and teachers. Before proceeding, do subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos. Now let's look at some interesting facts that prove that video games are actually so good for you. First up, did you know that video games improve concentration? Now, often we stop and think when a parent complains that video games take away from their child's ability to focus and concentrate on studies. But did you know that playing video games regularly helps improve overall concentration abilities? That's right, researchers have found that people who play video games have better capabilities of concentration than those who don't. This is mainly because video games often require us to focus on a particular target in the midst of many obstacles. This sharpens the brain's ability to focus and act appropriately and sharply. In fact, many studies conducted have compared the concentration abilities of people who play video games versus people who don't, and it's no surprise to state here that those who played video games for at least an hour every day came out with the best results. Amazed yet? There's more. So basically, most video games cannot be played without immense levels of concentration that help a player accomplish tasks to level up. This builds a supreme skill that eventually translates into successful real-life situation handling for the player. And as we all know, concentration on the task at hand is key to succeeding at it. So if you find that you lack concentration at school, maybe it's time to play more video games instead of avoiding them. Additionally, video games have a positive impact on eyesight. Let's begin by asking you, how many times have your parents or teachers tried to dissuade you from playing video games by saying it would impact your eyesight? Do we hear a silent nod? Yes, you have all been through it and we can understand. Saying that video games are bad for the eyes is in fact one of the most common reasons given by elders trying to stop a child from spending hours at the computer screen. Well, if you are an avid gamer, you would take delight in knowing that certain studies have actually proved that gaming helps improve one's visual capabilities. In particular, gamers have a keen perception of the color gray. This is because a lot of the prime action sequences in video games revolves around the color gray. For instance, a sword or a gun are usually gray in color. Also, the background of a battlefield or a city would usually be gray. Now you may wonder how this impacts our daily life. Well, it does in many different and often subtle ways. To give a simple example, when driving in fog gray color is the shade that dominates the surroundings, thus making it hard to see clearly. Video gamers have been found to have exceptional abilities of spotting cars in fog that other motorists might miss, this leading to a major accident. Overall, video gamers have also exceptional navigation skills in city driving owing to their keen perception of the color gray. Additional studies have shown that when it comes to the impact on vision, the type of video game played also matters. For instance, gamers who played slower games such as The Sims 2 did not exhibit highly increased visual perception and reactions when compared to those who played intense first-person shooter games such as Call of Duty. Thus, we can conclude that the more intense and fast-paced the video game action, the better the person's eyesight and visual skills. We can almost hear all the PUBG fans rejoicing. Now, we shall discuss the impact on health. Related to the previous points discussed about the impact of video games on eyesight, most of us are inclined to believe that gaming has a detrimental impact on our overall health. This belief might have arisen from the fact that gamers often forget to eat right or get some physical exercise while engrossed in playing. Surprising research holds that gaming can actually be good for your health if balanced successfully with patterns of a healthy lifestyle. One way in which gaming helps is that it helps improve brain cell health through constant mental alertness and activity. This has especially been noticed among older gamers. In fact, people who play video games regularly are less susceptible to degenerative conditions such as Alzheimer's as they grow older. An average of just 10 hours spent gaming over a period of 6 to 8 weeks showed considerable improvement in cognitive health among older gamers who are more susceptible to degenerative brain decay. Those are really good numbers considering that the test subjects in the study that was conducted did not spend more than 1 to 2 hours of a week on gaming. Moreover, certain studies have also shown that patients suffering from dyslexia showed vast improvement in their visual capacities following getting into gaming. Other studies have also shown a huge improvement in balance and muscle control by multiple sclerosis patients who took up gaming for just a few hours every now and then. Furthermore, people who suffer or are recovering from any kind of addiction, be it substance abuse or an eating disorder, have been noted to make tremendous improvement following getting into gaming. This is because video games help de-stress, change an area of focus, and make a person forget their need or craving for a substance. And if all these are not reason enough, certain studies have also shown the possibility that video games can act as highly successful analgesics, which means they may be used as painkillers in hospitals of the future. A far-fetched reality, but you never know. Now let's discuss the use of time while playing video games. Like most of you too have probably been told off by your elders for spending hours in front of the PC screen playing your favorite game. Now you might actually be able to justify all that time you spent. Video games actually help you manage time successfully, as you often have to perform certain tasks within a limited time countdown. This teaches you to take quick decisions without affecting the accuracy of these choices made. Subconsciously, this accurate and quick form of decision-making becomes a part of your daily life. You find yourself able to calmly handle tough situations without having a nervous breakdown, unlike most of the people around you. This is definitely a huge benefit of playing video games that comes over time and is worth acknowledging. After all, in life we do face so many situations that require us to take instant decisions that could impact us and those around us. So we would definitely want these decisions to be good and reliable ones. This is a good enough reason to convince mom and dad no, that video games aren't a waste of time at all. In fact, the situation is quite the opposite. Moving on, let's talk about the impact of video games and social skills. Well, here is yet another myth about gaming that we're all set to bust. Have you ever heard people complain how gamers love to be isolated from the world? While this might be true of a few avid gamers and some of those who make money playing video games, facts show that a vast majority of gamers are actually quite outgoing and sociable beings. In fact, their love for video games helps them connect with like-minded people and make new friends. Many video games are also designed with multiplayer options, so players really have to connect with others in order to get the full gaming experience. This kind of socializing works great as a de-stressor. So, if you are new to a particular place or even starting your first day at a new company and looking to make friends, your love for gaming might actually find you some new buddies. Further studies show that playing video games together helps couples de-stress and bond with each other. Most men prefer to play video games in company of their guy friends, yet researchers encourage them to spend time with their better halves, having some good competitive fun. If your partner or spouse isn't already into gaming, do not judge them or give up on them. Rather, try introducing them to the world of video games, and for all you know, you might just have found the best ever gaming buddy for life. Before we unveil the final fact on this list, it is time for our audience question. Which is the first video game you ever played? Do you remember the feeling and thrill? Let us know what got you started into the world of gaming. As always, we love hearing from you. Finally, we reveal the best benefit of playing video games. They help you multitask. Ever had people complain that you simply don't get things done because you are busy gaming? Well, here's some research that can actually prove your efficiency levels are higher than most. According to studies, playing video games actually increases a person's ability to multitask. This is because in a video game, you often need to focus on more than one activity at a time. You may need to stock up ammunition, size up your enemy, and get to safety within a limited time span. Performing so many tasks efficiently is a prerequisite to winning a round and moving on to the next level. Experts hold that this kind of multitasking subconsciously impacts a person's efficacy at performing tasks in day-to-day activities as well. A gamer is usually sharper than most when it comes to doing several things accurately at once without even batting an eyelid. That might sound like an exaggeration, but the efficiency levels are far superior when compared to someone who has never played video games. The multitasking extends to audio and visual cues. This also proves that a gamer's senses are often sharper than most. This ability to multitask makes gamers very good and alert drivers. They can easily maneuver their way through crowded and difficult roads with much higher accuracy and alertness than their non-gamer counterparts. As the brain works continuously to interpret all kinds of incoming sensory information while playing a video game, it is no wonder that avid gamers are often among the smartest people anywhere. Like what you saw? Do support us by hitting the like button. Comment below and let us know the ones you're eager to catch. Hope you enjoyed our video and do not forget to share. For more great content, subscribe to our channel. See you next time.